Hello there, everybody. How you guys doing today?
Hi.
Uh, hopefully all is going well. Hopefully all is really good. Uh, yeah, all right, so more Ratchet today. I think that should be really, really fun. What do you think, Megan?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it should be a really good time. Go ahead and we'll turn
Yeah.
the sound back. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, as I say, last time we left off on Battalia and we needed the Magna boots.
We did. There you go. It's looking good. As you can see, I was actually able to crap it this time, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Just last time it wasn't full screening for some reason. I still don't really know why that was, to be honest, but I got it full screening now. And it should be cropped to perfection, I think. Not like it really changes things too much, to be honest with you. It just makes it look like a little bit nicer. So I guess this is the one we're technically on.
Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
went to Orxon, I think it is.
I believe you're right, yes. So yeah, should be very, very nice. Yeah, because this one, that's right, because Ratchet can't go out on his own on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll see where we is. Hey, Spike, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo?
Hey, Spike.
Spike says, "Oh yeah, I forgot I made that screen. You did. It looks real nice. This is the first time. This is the first time I actually got to crop it. To be honest with you, because last time it was being weird. I was actually just explaining that to Megan, funnily enough. Last time I couldn't get my capture utility to full screen properly, so yeah, I don't know. It was being really strange, and cutting it would have been really odd. But I got it working now, as it should be. So don't gotta worry about that. So I was able to crop it, which is good. So yeah, hopefully you're doing quite well today, Spike.
Spike says Orxon stinky. I agree.
Orxon is pretty stink, just based on what I can see here. Okay, so let's see then. So I assume I don't really have too many places to go for the moment.
No.
Probably only really that way.
So.
Man, Clank can't even do the jump. He can't do the speedrun like leap.
Yeah. I don't know if
Clank
you've ever
is-
seen the speedrun of this part, but it's pretty funny.
I think you probably showed me something.
Maybe. I don't remember if we watched it or not.
I know you showed me.
Ratchet runs.
Yeah, you showed me speed runs. Now, as to the specifics, I couldn't really say, to be honest. But I know you showed me some speed runs. Go, I can't go over there.
I don't remember if I showed you Ratchet 1 or not, because they have this whole trick on Orxon where they kind of like jump behind this tree and it like pushes them up to the sledges at the end of one of the levels. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's your worst enemy.
It is. It is. I hate those frogs. They're literally the worst. And I'm assuming I can't kill this guy without my mini clanks.
They're called gadget bots, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I like the term mini clank.
I mean, I do too. I'm just letting you know. They have a name.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Okay, the gadget bots.
Can't climb, but you can use your enter command to send them into the bot forge.
To be fair, if you want to call them
Good
mini
thanks,
clank,
Megan.
that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, gadget bots work. Gadget bots work. I don't know. I know some people can get like really pissy over like actual names for things. Sometimes you just gotta have fun with names, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Spike says, so how are you playing this? What method did you go with? So to give a history for what we've done. So what happened was originally I was going to run it off my PS2 and just use an upscaler. But my upscaler was being kind of shit. It wasn't really doing a great job. It might not even been a proper upscaler, to be honest. So I went and I bought a more expensive upscaler that came here, but I don't have the cables for my PS2 that works with it, right? So then we tried a modded PS2, right? And that made it look really good. it looked really good and it ran okay, but it had a lot of slowdown at various points. Right, Megan?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it would just get really slow for no reason. And although that was okay, I was like, well, you know, maybe I could do a little bit better. So then Megan, brilliantly, and I don't mean that sarcastically, I do mean she was pretty smart with this, was like, well, I don't know why she didn't mention it sooner, but she was like, well, I have a PS3. I have a PS3 as well, mind you, but I keep mine just upstairs. It's kind of a pain in the ass to move. But
Yeah, we basically use it as a Blu-ray player.
yeah. So Megan was like, we could just use my PS3 and you can just run it off emulation on that. And that's what we decided to do. So I have this being run off of Megan's PS3 right now. And I think it looks pretty good, to be honest. And there's no slowdown, which is really nice. Yeah. So yeah, until my cables for my PS2 get here, I'm probably gonna use Megan's PS3, but those should be here within like maybe another week or something. Also, hey there, Toast. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo?
Hey, Toast.
Lurking, working. Boy, I hate my job. Feel for you, man. Also, thank you for wasting your channel points and keeping the economy in check.
That's true. We have a lot of inflation.
There is a lot of inflation. I need to find something to pool it all into. Because I know you can do that. You can have like a pool reward where like people put their points in and then it fills up and then when it reaches the goal, right? But I haven't thought of anything that really works with that yet. I should think of something. Specs is HD collection or what? No, we're not on HD collection. We're using Megan's old school copy.
Yeah, like we thought about it. We could have used the PS3 versions, and I mean, from what I understand, that at least the first game runs pretty okay. But when it comes to 2 and 3, they do have a lot of graphical issues. I never played them on PS3 because when I played the HD collection, I was actually playing them on Vita. So, and they liked a lot on Vita.
Yeah, so we thought of a couple different options. We figured this is probably the best way to go. Yeah. Because it runs smooth, it looks pretty good. See, Spike says, did you play the Deadlocked HD port? It's abysmal. Is that true, Megan?
It is. It's really bad. Just, there's a lot of graphical glitches and stuff in that game to, like, Unity levels. Like, it's really bad.
Interesting.
I never played. I played very little of it. But I never got very far into it. Although, now that I think about it, I guess when we get to Deadlock, we're gonna have to play that one co-op.
Do we? We could? How?
Could. It does have full co-op throughout the entire game.
It has full... How does that work? Do you just have 2 Ratchets?
Essentially.
Okay, that's interesting.
Or Ratchet and like another robot or something. I can't remember. It's something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we could certainly try that if you wanted. I'm not against it. Oops.
Could. I think it'd be. Oh,
I'm dead.
Bye.
Man, that's quite the long drop. That's quite the long drop. Oops. Oh well. Oh well. That kind of sucks, but oh well. Sometimes the controls are a little bit finicky. Not gonna lie.
A little bit sometimes.
Well, it's like I said, right? Like Ratchet kind of controls a bit like a truck. Not that that's necessarily bad, but when I say that, by the way, if you don't know what I mean, I mostly mean sometimes there's like a bit of like a proper turn radius.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, yeah, like this for example, right? Like when you stop and can go left and right.
Yeah.
Like if you're going forward and then you turn, you got like a bit of like a trailer swivel, you know? Which not bad. It's just, you know, sometimes it's a bit unexpected.
Who would have thought your experience in Euro Truck Simulator would be relevant here?
True, right? Like, I need to get back to playing that. Honestly, the 1 or 2 streams I've did of that game were like super comfy, and I really should get back to it. It was ported in only a few months. I watched an in-depth review recently before Fraggin into the teeth of the pit. I know, right? Yeah, come on, little bud. Come on, little gadget bots. Not mini clanks. Megan gets mad at me, apparently, when I called them mini clanks.
I didn't get mad! I just was bugging here. Like, well, actually...
It's like, oh, they're not they're not mini clanks, Matt. They're actually gadget bots. You know, you should know that. You should know that by now. You've played this game like so many times. I assume there's nothing up here for me, but I'm gonna climb it just to say I did. Yep, perfect. About what I expected.
Spike says the worst part about Deadlocked wasn't the graphical problems though. Did it have like actual frame rate issues? Because I don't remember that part of it, but I didn't play enough to really have issues.
See, that's honestly one thing that kind of turned me off the HD collection a bit is just the graphical bugs. You know, slowdown I can kind of deal with, but like weird graphical bugs are just like, I don't know, takes you out of the experience. Let's see. Commentators' voice lines during the levels get scuffed. Really? Only repeat one or two different things. That sounds annoying. Instead of in the original, it had a wide range of phrases.
Because like in the original game, you know, Deadlocked is more of like an arena fighter, right? So you go into a level, you fight a bunch of guys, you wander around. So a lot of the commentary is the commentators doing different stuff as you're fighting, you know? And if they're only playing one or two lines, that probably gets really repetitive really fast.
I could see it being pretty annoying.
So, God, yeah, okay. Note to self, never play the downloadable version.
Attack!
Snap.
Damn, they like massacred those frogs.
I know, right?
Which is good. Fuck those frogs.
Bots mean business.
They do. Yeah, Megan, I really do need to show you some Oddworld one of these days, or stream it or something, because damn, you probably find it really funny how similar this is to like one of the sections in that game. Well, a couple of sections in that game.
I would say, from what I know about Oddworld, it does seem very similar, because the most of the stuff I know about Oddworld would have been from Catacris's videos about it, I think. So I know the general plot and generally how the game works to an extent.
Yeah, like it's all very basic in terms of like plot and stuff. But I think I mentioned this to you last week as well, when I was like, oh, when you play as Munch, you have these like Munch's whole gimmick is he can command fuzzles. Oh hey, bye guy. Which are these like little brown balls of fur that he can command. Yeah. And sometimes you got to make them enter portals to like open up areas, right? And you can make them attack. Like that's the only way Munch can attack, I think, is with his fuzzles. Love Munch's Odyssey though. Munch's Odyssey is like really solid. I love Oddworld. I really need to give it a go on stream sometime.
It was always fun from when we played it. We couldn't get very far into it when my brother and I were trying to play it like years and years ago. But I remember having fun with it. I just mostly watched my brother play it because I didn't understand how the game worked.
Dude, cue me, Little Frag / Little Matt, beating that game 100% as like a little boy after renting it from like a video store in my small town that I lived in at the time.
Yeah.
I 100% it again though. Okay, you guys can go. Do I need to tell you guys to enter this? Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can. Okay, I can't remember if you could or not. Spike says the only reason I played it so much is because I had no choice, no PS2 Sag. Yeah,
Sag.
see, I made sure to buy a PS2 copy of the game because I had it originally, and then I ended up giving it away to a friend. So at some point or another, I decided to buy another PS2 copy because I wanted to actually own them.
So that was your first mistake, having friends.
I know. Like, I really should have kept a lot of those games because I ended up buying a lot of them back, and I probably got worse copies because I generally kept care of my games.
I mean, probably. I don't know. I think I'd have trouble getting rid of any of my games. I feel like I'd regret it. Like, even now, like, because I'm thinking back on it, like, the only time I ever really did that was when I had a bunch of my, like, Game Boy games, and they were doing this promotion at, like, EB Games where it was like, oh, you know, you give us, like, you trade in so many games, I think you got a discount on a Game Boy Advance or something. And I did that. I traded in, like, the vast majority of my Game Boy games. And I kind of regret it. Not because I had anything particularly good, but just because, you know, like, now it's like, what if I want to play those again? You know?
Yeah, like, I've done it a few times in my life, and pretty much every time that I've done it, I've regretted it. So, probably not going to do it again, to be honest.
Yeah, nah, I'm over the life of like trading in games or getting rid of them.
'Cause I didn't do it very often, to be honest. But
yeah. Which is why I need to find some of my games that I'm pretty sure I still am missing. Because like I know I'm pretty damn sure I have like more games than what I have. Megan thinks I'm crazy. I keep telling her like I have these games probably in the garage from when we moved here, but I don't know for sure. I can't tell these guys.
I mean, I
like,
never said you were crazy, but yeah, it always you always made it sound like you had a lot more games than you actually do in the basement here, which makes me wonder like, oh, where's all your games?
Well, see, thing is, like I will say, I probably do have less games than what you think I do. But that's mostly because I used to rent a lot of games. Like I've played a lot of games in my life, a lot of very different games, but a lot of them were from Blockbuster, right? Where I would rent and play them, beat them, and then they'd just go back. Now, funnily enough, I mentioned like how great my mom is when it comes to video games, right? And how she's usually the one that has like the really good ideas with this stuff, at least back in day, right? Because it was like, oh, trading video games and consoles. She was the one that was like, yeah, you never do that. Never do that. Because she made me, I think when I got a Super Nintendo, she made me trade that and all my games away for the Super Nintendo. I think one of my friends was like getting rid of it or something, and it was like, oh yeah, we'll just like do a trade. And then we did. And then literally years later, my mom's like, yeah, we never should have done that. We should have kept your old Nintendo and all your old games. And I know I had a lot of really good games that are actually really expensive today, which is actually kind of part of a shame. Oh, whoops, I blew it. Because I'm pretty sure I had Earthbound, and I know that game's like really, really expensive now.
Yeah, that game's like ridiculously expensive. I think if I remember correctly, a loose copy is somewhere around 200 or 250 bucks.
Yeah. And in the same vein, like there was a time when my mom was like, you know, we should just buy the games. Because you can like pre-order them and get collector stuff as well. And I was like, yeah, sure, that works. So my mom's actually pretty great.
Yeah. See, my parents in general were pretty okay about like, you know, not trading in games and keeping their value and stuff once we bought them. But my dad for a long time, especially when we were very young, would go to the flea market, maybe pick up a couple games he thought we would like, or even like a new console, and then at some point or another, when he thought we were done with it, he would just trade it away. So like, I had an NES and a Super NES at one point or another, but we didn't have them very long. So, and then even our N64, he sold it at a garage sale for like $100 with like the 3 games we had, and I'm just like, no.
Boy, your dad absolutely got scammed, because I'm pretty sure an N64 goes for a little bit more now, especially for 3 games, right? Depending on what the games were.
Well, as I say, the console itself would go at least around like 120 bucks, but the games we had were Super Smash Bros, Pokemon Stadium, and Jet Force Gemini.
Those would go for quite a bit now, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So, yeah, and I mean, he did this, I want to say when I was maybe about 10 or so, around grade 4-ish. So, and he did that with our PS2 too. He sold it to the neighbors and whatever at one point, and it's just like, oh. But at the time, I didn't care because I'm like, I have a PS3, I can play PS2 games.
Yeah, like
my old PS3 died.
Oh, see, now that's a shame.
Yeah, so the one I have now is actually one we bought from our cousin. Oh no, you killed him!
I did. It's okay, he was standing too close. He was dumb. He was a dumb. Need 6.
That's just unfortunate because you only had 5 anyway. Actually, you needed one more, regardless.
Okay, well, let's go back and rescue our dead friend, get him out of the closet, you know, Left 4 Dead style, and then find the one that we're missing.
The film when you almost left a friend behind.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad my parents were very much like, yeah, you know, we're not gonna touch the video games, you know, as in we're not gonna, you know, get rid of them unless like he thinks that's fine, right?
Yeah. No, my parents would try to get rid of our old games all the time. There were so many games where we sold like garage sales and stuff, and there's a lot of good games that we got rid of that I kind of wish I still had. But,
yeah. Nah, no, I get that. I get that. Get that quite a bit.
So I don't have to be any farther back than here. Maybe.
Aha, I never did get this guy dead.
Oh yeah, you didn't kill that guy. Maybe there's another dude behind there, which means you might
Maybe.
have to go grab your bots and bring them back here.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't know. Can I kill this
Unless
guy
there's
with
one
clank
on the left
fists?
here. Like if you go to the right, maybe there's one.
What, here?
I
No.
don't. No, I
No,
just
there
mean like
isn't.
back in the other room.
I mean, I don't see anything past that guy, though. Just a grate. Can you open grates?
I don't think so.
Okay, and that guy's probably nothing then.
Yeah.
Literally
left here.
nothing.
Oh, there's just another elevator. Okay. Oh.
Okay, well, it would definitely be past this point. Okay, well, there's that guy.
Probably. Yeah, there's the one you killed, probably.
Well, yeah, because he's not in this thing. So he's definitely the one I slew.
I'm just not sure where the other guy would be. It's been too long since I played this, I don't quite remember.
So wait, is the top one? Then we do a follow. Yeah, okay, so where is the other guy? Let's see. Spike says, can't wait to see you on the second game. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be really, really good. There's another one. I guess he got left behind. Maybe he didn't go in the thing.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good.
So he's just an introvert, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the second game. I think the plan is we're going to have an in-between game. I think it's going to be Destroy All Humans. Is that the plan, right?
That's what we were talking about, because we figured doing like all the Ratchet games in a row, especially since there's so many of them, would be a lot. So we figured, you know, between each game, we'd probably have a break game. I think the only exception to that would probably be like Quest for Booty, because I'm probably going to insist that you play that like directly before Tools of Destruction, because they kind of go together, and Quest for Booty is really short.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
like, I mean, that works.
But yeah, I just feel I don't want him to get burnt out too quickly. And even if we decide at some point, you know, maybe we decide after we do a break game that we want to do something else and come back to Ratchet later. I don't
Yeah.
want it to take too long, mind you, but I don't want him to get burnt out of the games either. So
Yeah. Which I think makes a lot of sense, right?
yeah. So yeah, this is probably gonna be an ongoing thing. Ideally, we can try and get all of them done by the end of the year, but I don't
That'd be
know how much
pretty
we're gonna have to stream.
I mean, that would be pretty nice.
So we'll have to see how it goes over the next while.
Yeah. I think we can probably get them all done by the end of the year.
Yeah, it's just gonna have to depend on what we pick for our in-between games. I guess we'll probably have to stick to stuff that's relatively short too.
I mean, not necessarily. Like, I think we can do something a bit longer, as long as we, like, stick to getting it done, right? At a decent pace.
Well, I'm more just thinking if we pick something like a Final Fantasy or a Persona, just for an example, like, we'll probably never get it done on the stream.
I mean, potentially, right? Which is why those are being saved for recordings. I know you're just using
No, I
them as an
know.
example. But I thought ahead with that, right?
Yeah.
And that's all from experience. See, I'm gonna pull the experience streamer card, right? So when I did Skyrim a couple years ago, I was like, okay, we're gonna stream Skyrim, we're gonna have fun, right? Didn't really get very far, and I think I was like 5 or 6 streams in. And I was like, okay, this isn't happening. It would literally take me forever, and I would probably never get to any other game on stream.
Well, the thing is, you can do games like that, but the problem is you don't stream full time. If you streamed full time and you play something like Skyrim, then yeah, you can get that done if you stream 5 days a week, like full-time job kind of thing. But
Yeah.
casually, because you stream rather casually 3 times a week, 3 hours, like that's not really a lot of time. So something like Skyrim, yeah, it would take you too long.
I mean, yeah. Is Megan trying to say I should stream more? No.
I mean, only if you want to.
Device designed for climbing special metal surfaces. However, your feet appear to be too small to accommodate.
Yeah, you found the mega boots.
I did. No, I don't know. I think what I do right now is fine. Because, I mean, like I've said before, I think some games are just better as recording games. Because you can cut out a lot of chaff, right? You know, look, that's my personal take. Like with Skyrim, I think that game's a better recording game, to be honest. Because it's like, well, how do I play, right? I have my own rule if I don't use fast travel. I could for the stream, but I don't think I'd enjoy it as much, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because to me, I don't know, fast travel in that game is just really, well, in any of those, like, Bethesda games, is just very, like, You know, I don't know. To me, it kind of takes me out of the experience a bit. You know,
I mean, that's fair.
Whereas I can do that on recording, and yeah, it'll take me more time, but A, I'll get more enjoyment out of it. B, I won't have people going, look, why don't you fast travel? Why don't you just fast travel? It's quicker.
That's
why
true.
are you doing
That would
this?
get really annoying.
You know, like, why are you doing this? It's taking too much time. It's like, man, this whole stream was just you walking from place to place, not even doing anything. It's like, okay, well, at least if I record it, I can speed that up, right? Or cut it out or something, you know? So it's like, okay, well, to me, that's good. And some with Final Fantasy as well. Like, that game would take a while, and I want to get through them. And it's kind of like, yeah, if I stream 5 days a week, yeah, maybe. But I mean, even then, the problem is I'd still feel like I'd be playing that for a while, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know me, I like to try different games. I like to go through different games if possible. So I don't know. I think even if I did stream 5 days a week, I think I'd still like to have a couple of days where it's like, okay, I'm going to record a game today. You know? I'm going to record a game that I think is more fun recorded. Like with Monster Rancher. So spoilers, I picked up Monster Rancher a few days ago, right? And I intend to play it. And I was actually debating. I was like, well, would it be good as a stream game, right? I don't think it would be. Because I'm not going to lie, a lot of Monster Rancher is, here's my monster. I'm going to train him here. You watch him do a thing. He might fail, he might pass, he gets stat boosts, and then you do combat. And if you do combat, you can tell them what to do if you want, but I think that takes some kind of something. I think you have a limited resource or something, and you can tell them what to do. But I think typically you just kind of watch them fight. And it's like, okay, I don't know if that'd be good on stream, but I do want to play Monster Hunter, and I think it'd be fun to show off, since that is a game from my childhood, right, that I did play a lot. Don't remember a lot, mind you, but I did play it a lot. And I even was like, okay, well, let's just see. Okay, like, is it a popular game to stream? Do people do it? So I went through Twitch and I did my research. See, this is a case where I did my research. And I was like, okay, how many people are streaming it and how many people follow the game? I was like, okay, well, no one's streaming it. I mean, what looks to be a decent amount of people follow it, but it's like, how many of those people still even watch Twitch, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm probably in the right to think, that one's probably a good recording game, right? So
yeah, no, I'd say that's valid.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've just thought about it. I think some games work better as recording, and then it gives people a reason to check out my YouTubes because I put exclusive stuff on there too, right? So you know. And I know some people, like even Spike. Like Spike's actually mentioned this to me before as well. Sometimes stuff up on YouTube is a little bit not better, but like it's kind of easier to watch in like a playlist. Like you can bulk watch it in the playlist, right?
Yeah.
Like not that I don't put the streams up there, I do, but I do think having like recorded content is a little different, like fundamentally, you know?
No, that's fair. Like, I mean, I've had times where I've wanted to go and bulk watch games and, you know, watch Let's Plays. It's been quite a long time since I've actually wanted to watch a Let's Play, but every once in a while I'll go pop in and watch something.
Yeah. So, you know, I
just don't like watching recordings of streams, to be honest. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. So yeah, see that. So I think having the YouTube channel be like a mix of both is good. And like I said, gives me time to play games where I can do my stupid thing where it's like, yeah, I'll walk around the entirety of Skyrim, not using fast travel. And I can cut it down. I can cut the boring bits out, right? Or like with another game that I want to kind of play is Silent Hunter Wolves of the Pacific, which is a submarine simulator game from World War II, of course. And, you know, that game's fun, but it also has a lot of, okay, I'm going through the ocean waiting for stuff to happen, right? But it's cool. It's fun. I enjoy it. But I could see a lot of people going, man, this is boring.
Yeah.
You know, and then just like not being into it. But if I play it and then I cut those bits out and it's like, oh, look, we found this patrol. It's like, okay, well, that's cool, right? Or like, okay, well, this is just what we're seeing as we go through the ocean, you know? So it's a different thing, right? I like that I have control where I can cut stuff. I love the streams too. I love streaming. It's great. But there is something about playing a long game like that going, okay, well, this isn't that exciting. I can cut it. So okay, you know what? Tell you what here. Spoilers for the Fallout playthrough, right? I'll drop, not really spoilers, but like I'll talk about the Fallout playthrough. There's a bit in Fallout 1, right, where I'm playing it. And there's this enemy. Fallout 1 is really fucking hard, by the way. and there's this enemy. And it's like, okay, I can probably kill this guy. And I probably stick on that guy for like probably nearly an hour, to be honest. I don't remember. Because I'm like, fuck, and I'm like, fuck, damn it, God. And it's just, it was such a pain in the ass, right? It was such a pain in the ass. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do it. You guys know how stubborn I am. It's like, I'm pretty sure I can do it. I just need to get the rolls I need. Or like, damn, he crit me. That's a piece of shit. And that, it won't happen next time, right? And it's like, okay, I can, and then at the end of it, it's like, okay, well, was any of that amusing? I'll try to leave it in. If it wasn't, I'll just cut it. A lot of it gets cut. I'm not gonna lie, but I can also do that. If I do that on stream, I'll feel bad. Kind of like with the hoverboard races the other day. I felt kind of bad because it was like, well, I spent a lot of time on that, and I'll probably cut that for YouTube because I don't think a lot of it's really all that interesting, to be honest.
Probably not.
Also, Megan, I should say this before I continue. Is this another way I can go with Clank right now?
Yeah.
Because I know I could drop down onto the ship, and that's probably what the game wants me to do. But I see stuff over here, and I kind of want to go over here.
No, you might as well just get it done.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't know. They both have merits. Sometimes I do think you can lose out on some stuff by not streaming some games. Yeah, but I think the benefits in regards to some games outweigh the negatives. Like with Fallout, I think Fallout 1, 2, and 3, much better, and probably 4 too, much better recording games. Game like this, much better stream game, right? Ow. That's fine. That's fine. We're good.
Yeah, I do find it interesting that you're kind of like that to an extent, because I feel like if I was a streamer, I would probably be very different. Very similar to, I play this one game, I play it for the majority of the week. I might have one day that's a variety day, but I probably wouldn't change what I'm doing a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how, best way to put it is, right? Like, with what I got going on right now, with Suzerain, right? So I have a couple games on the go. I have, Elden Ring, Suzerain. I have, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and Subnautica Below Zero. Some of those are surely long, so some of those it's like, okay, we can take a bit of a hiatus, right? That's not really too bad. Come back to it later. But most of the time, I do like to finish the game before I move on, right?
Yeah.
As you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just like mixing things up. I just think it's a bit more fun that way,
No, for sure, it definitely is, and I feel like I'd probably lean more towards that approach just now, because I don't really play a lot of live service games. Like, even if I was playing something like Legends of Runeterra on stream, yeah, I might have a day where I play it. I don't think I could continue to play that every day over and over again. I would get bored.
Yeah.
But
and I certainly would not blame you.
Yeah, because if I started streaming even 3 years ago, then I probably would just play League every day. Or Overwatch.
Dude, and let me tell you about that trap here. I just want to read what Spike said real quick, because I kind of feel bad. Because I have seen that he said stuff, but I haven't responded, so might be. So first off, Spike says, the fuck are Magna boots? I only know our Lord and Savior, the Gravity boots. Fair. First real time I watched archive YouTuber streams on YouTube was for Vampire Survivors. That game seems fun. I watched Fubuki and Kurone play it for 10 hours, even if I can't understand anything. Honestly, sometimes VTubers are just fun to watch, even if you can't understand them. I've enjoyed it, too.
I've never personally watched a lot of their streams. Most of the stuff that Matt and I have watched have been, clips that have been, highlights. Mostly for Kurone, because I like Kurone a lot. Yeah. But every once in a while, we'll watch, Calliope, or there was a little while we were watching a bit of Ollie.
Ollie's great.
But it's really hard for me to watch a stream if I don't understand the language of it. Even times where, when I was watching a lot of streams on Twitch, if I found a streamer that didn't speak English, generally speaking, I wouldn't watch them.
Yeah, and that is fair. I do understand that. Yeah, I will say for just because it did kind of remind me, I don't know if Spike would be aware of this, which is why I'm going to bring it up. For HoloLive in particular, I think there is an extension for Chrome. I think it's on Firefox as well. where it's like on streams, I think archives as well. It like I think translators work on it and they translate it and it goes up on the screen.
Yeah.
It's a good way to watch a lot of VTubers that speak like Japanese, where you know you don't understand them, but if you watch the archive thing, you can get a pretty decent translation live, which I think is pretty cool.
No, I mean that's perfectly fair. I know we tried that once. I don't think we got it to work though.
I tried it again recently, and I either figured it out or I realized what we did wrong, or more than likely they probably just updated it and it got a bit better.
I mean, they probably updated it, because I think when we were trying it, it was still, like, pretty new.
It was still pretty new, yeah.
I know we were trying it because I said I wanted to watch Corona streams, because we were running out of highlights to find on YouTube that were translated.
Yeah.
I haven't looked in a while, honestly. We probably should try and find some, it'd be fun.
We should, it would be fun. I'm sure she has a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
It's okay, that guy didn't matter.
I was gonna say, did you glitch him out because he landed on top of your dudes? Oh, you lost, like, well, 2 of them, I think?
I think so. It's okay, they probably didn't matter.
Also,
So,
Spike says, I never noticed that Corona and I do the same thing when we get hurt in game. We just make the same guttural, yeah, noise.
Yeah, that'll happen. I guess one thing I got kind of distracted from is I will say, this is in response to you saying you'd probably just play League on stream all day, right? If it was like back in the day. I should probably get these guys in there first, actually.
Yeah.
I will say, I feel like it's kind of a trap that some people fall into, because I've seen a decent amount of people, like a decent amount of streamers, I should say, that later come on and say, okay, I've been streaming this game exclusively for like ever. How do I switch? Because I want to do something else, right? Because now their fans just know them as that person, and it's like, okay, will they still watch me, right? Like, will people still watch me if I switch game? It's a really tough one. Like, that's kind of why I'm glad that I established early that, yeah, I'm gonna play lots of different things.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in the League community, and even in the Pokemon community in particular, have kind of got stuck into that trap, because it's very rare that League players or Pokemon players will want to watch something else. Generally speaking, they're watching it because they enjoy the games and they're playing the games themselves. So like trying to switch into a different market at that point, you usually lose a ton of subscribers or followers, and then eventually you have to kind of build your way back up. It's very hard to transition off of the live service game, but those ones in particular seem really bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really, I don't know. I also just feel like I'd get bored. See, like that's the other thing too, right?
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I just get bored playing the same games over and over again.
Well, yeah, and these days I would too. You know me, I can't watch more than like 2 episodes of anime before I get bored.
That is true. Sometimes you'll do 3.
I'm good, but yeah, generally speaking, even like when I'm playing games, like play Final Fantasy, I'll play it for maybe like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm kind of bored because I've gotten through pretty much all the content. I don't do Savage rating, so it's hard for me to do that these days. So if I did start streaming, I probably would take a variety approach now. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't start like 3 years ago.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I think variety streaming is the way to go personally. You don't get burnt out as much unless you really love a specific type of game. You don't get burnt out as much. You get to try lots of different things. You get to meet a lot of different people. You know?
Well, yeah, like I understand having your own, I guess, fan base, because especially if you're trying to make it a career. But at the same time, eventually those people are gonna get bored of watching you, especially if you don't really change your content very much.
Yeah.
So, no, I think variety streaming in general is becoming a lot more common than it used to be back then.
I don't know, man. I just think it's the way to go. I'm biased, though, because that is what I do. So, of course, I'm going to think it's the right thing to do, right? Other streamers do different things. It's like, sure, you know, you're allowed to be wrong. Nah, I'm kidding. It's what they enjoy. Sure, go ahead and play Call of Duty all day, right? That's not my thing.
Well, I don't know. I guess I've just gotten to a point where I don't see much of a point sitting here and playing the same games over and over again because I've done that so much in my life between, like, how back when I played Neopets or RuneScape or MapleStory, League. Like, I've done that with quite a few games where I've spent thousands of hours on them, and I'm kind of just at a point where, like, I have all these games that I've bought and paid for that I want to play, and I don't have time to play them. So it's just like, why would I spend my time or like all my days playing League, especially since I'm not really in that friend group anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Frog.
I like how you handle those frogs better as Clank than you do as Ratchet.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, to be honest. It kind of makes me mad.
Well, it's probably because, you know,
there you go.
they're a lot smaller, so Clank can hit them easier.
I mean, probably. They also seem like they miss Clank a lot easier, too, for some reason.
Yeah, Ratchet probably just has a bigger hitbox.
Go, boys.
On guard!
I'd follow me, boys. Go, attack, boys.
Nap, nap.
Okay, well, he got like 2 of them. That's fine. They're just peons. They don't matter. I got their brothers back anyway. Is anything over here that I want? Yeah, probably. Oops. I did do attack. Okay, excellent. Attack.
And before he kills all the dudes and then blows them up with the explosives.
I mean, that would be a shame.
Oh look, he's even helping you.
Yeah, see, these guys know. They know what's up. These gadget bots are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. First, I'm happy with my niche I've carved out with stuff. With my little community. I'm pretty happy, honestly. Like I've always said, if I you know, obviously if one could do this full time and get the monies, then obviously that's like great, right? Who would say no? But right now I'm pretty happy with how my streaming stuff has gone. And I feel like I could do more, right? Which honestly, still why I haven't put the donation thing up yet. I feel like until I become super consistent, until I can do a little bit more, I don't really want to like ask for muns, right?
That's fair.
Which is funny because Spike made me a donation thing like ages ago and I still haven't put it up yet.
Oh.
Because I'm like, no, I don't deserve it yet. Which in my mind is true. I don't feel like I'm doing quite enough. Let's see, Spike says, I'm almost positive that each sound effect for the gadget bot commands has stayed the exact same in every game they appear in. Where the command menu's a thing. I haven't played Tools of Destruction though. I don't know, making opinions. Is it roughly the same?
Probably. Like, it might be changed a little bit for the HD games, but I honestly don't pay that close attention to it, so I'm not sure.
Damn,
it would
dude.
make sense if they would keep them the same. They do keep a lot of the sound effects the same.
I mean, hey, why spend money when you don't need to, right?
But yeah, because I think stuff even like boxes breaking, bolts being picked up, Ratchet's wrench hitting things, I think for the most part I've had pretty much the same sound effects. They might have changed them a little bit in Rift Apart. But it's hard to tell because they could just sound different because a lot of those sounds will come out of the controller. So it sounds a little different regardless.
True, I could see that. I was gonna say.
Yeah, you gotta get a little close sometimes.
Better not let Ratchet see this one.
Ooh. But I want to see it. Pokitaru. Interesting name for a planet.
If you go back to the right, you can actually go to the ship there on your left here.
Back to the right.
Left.
You said right, though.
I know, but you turned around.
Ah, this thing.
I just didn't want you to have to walk all the way back through that for no reason.
Oh, I see. So I couldn't get up here before. Well, I can now, but... Could I have before?
No, I don't think so, because the railing was there.
Oh, yeah. That's right. This whole thing got blowed up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Megan. I appreciate it. Saving me time.
Yeah. Also, Spike says, I got that 700 plus Pokemon Cry memorizing brain. I remember a lot of them, surprisingly. I just have trouble putting the cry to the Pokemon name until I see it a lot of the time.
Oh, Pokemon nerds. I need to get around to Pokemon sometime. Maybe that could be in between game as well at some point. Because I don't think Pokemon's long, right? Like, typically not.
They're pretty
Can
long.
be. Well, I mean...
I think on
Are they
average,
really?
like if you're just playing through Pokemon game, they take anywhere between 25 to 30 hours just to beat the Elite Four.
Like, you gotta remember, I'm not trying to shiny hunt here. Yeah?
No, that's not shiny hunting. That's the base game.
Hey,
Oh.
you giving me these or not?
They are magnetic. I appear to be stuck to them.
Oh. What do you have in there?
Clank.
Ooh.
Gears, metal filings, dust.
You
Dust
know
and
what I
echoes.
mean. What is it?
I will show you this, but you must promise to stay focused on our missions.
Is it something about Quark?
Cities are full of smog, swamps are full of
But it said
mud,
Ratchet
and
wasn't supposed to see this
starfish are full of
one.
tar. But here at Joe I Resort, the sun shines
Yeah, I thought he
24
did more to
hours a
hide it.
day. Visitors get a free O2 mask
Ah,
to
nice.
explore our warm waters. The benign marine life will welcome you to the big blue world under the sea. You can also use our complimentary flippers to partake in speed swimming. So come to Joe I Resort and leave your world and your troubles behind.
I like that guy.
July Resort.
Yeah.
Pokitaru.
I knew it.
Oh, come on. Switch off your nerd circuits and have some fun. Look, we'll go just long enough to pick up the O2 mask.
Perhaps the extra oxygen will help your brain to function properly.
Oh,
Yeah, and maybe the salt water will rust your mouth shut.
ouch. Damn, dude. How did these two
Yes.
stay friends, to be honest?
They're still mad at each other. Alright, so you got a couple options. You could go back to Battaglia and finish that off. You can go to Planet Gaspar, or you can go to Pokitaru.
I mean, Pokitaru does seem pretty nice, but we could finish off Battaglia, like you said.
Spike says, I hope Frag isn't too jarred by Ratchet's VA changing in every game after this one. I thought it only changed in the second game.
See,
Okay, not different VA in every game, I mean.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. See, I feel like that wouldn't bother me as much because I don't really notice that, to be honest. Megan notices it a lot. Megan can hear different voices. For me, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. If they're similar enough, I'm not gonna hear anything different.
I'm the one that gets really bothered by that kind of thing.
Well, see, Megan, then it's a good thing we stopped watching Shield Hero Season 2. Well, it's a good thing you stopped watching it dubbed, I guess. Because didn't the voice actor like come down with something and he's got to be replaced for a little bit?
Yeah, I think
In
he
Shield
has
Hero?
like cancer or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think they said it wasn't like super bad. He's got to like do chemo, but they didn't make it sound like it was a fatal thing. I mean, it still could be, mind you, but I don't know.
Oh no, it's pretty late stage colon cancer, stage 4 colon cancer diagnosis.
Okay, see, they made it they made it sound not too bad. So, geez, that's pretty sad. I mean, hopefully things work out, right?
Yeah, hopefully, because he seems like a really good actor. He's kind of newer to the scene from what I understand. But yeah, I really liked him in Shield Hero, so I'm kind of curious actually what they're going to do with that.
Yeah. Also, Spike makes a good point that Pokemon are RPGs and therefore they're long by default. Okay, fair.
That's
Fair.
true. Pretty much every RPG's long. The shortest one I ever played was probably Costume Quest.
I don't know. To me, they just seem like they should be kind of short. Because, like, you get your Pokemon, you go through, as long as you don't stop in each area to, like, catch certain things, you go, you beat the gyms, you carry on, you beat the Elite Four, you're a badass, you win, right?
Well, yeah, but I think you just underestimate how many actual trainer battles and wild encounters and all that kind of stuff to get through the game.
Yeah, you're right. I do underestimate that.
Because even if you don't battle every trainer,
Ooh.
because there is a decent amount of optional trainers. Ooh, the Visibomb gun.
Can't buy that yet, though.
No, you can't.
I need to do more hoverboard races.
Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon games are pretty long. They are RPGs.
Yeah.
Spike says you know what I mean, once James Earl Taylor. I really don't like Ratchet's voice in this. No, James Earl Taylor does a much better job. Like, I'd say just because of the Ratchet games, he's probably one of my favorite voice actors. I love watching, like, clips on his YouTube channel, too.
Who voiced Ratchet in this game again? I feel like it's someone even I recognize.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's someone very well known. What the fuck? That's weird. I feel like I got cheated a little bit. I keep wanting to say like Billy West, but I don't think it's Billy West.
It's Mikey Kelly.
Mikey Kelly. Okay.
Has he done anything I recognize? No, not really. Seems like he does a decent amount of like animated characters on Marvel shows, mostly like Silver Surfer, Dark Surfer. He voices some of the Fox Soldiers and Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops.
Nice. Ow.
Yeah, he doesn't really do a lot for voice acting, and most of the voice acting he does is like very minor side characters in pretty much everything. It's interesting.
Okay, that's interesting. So this is like his big role that he never came back to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there's so many
I wouldn't
bolts
be
over there.
surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got hired just because, well, maybe at the time he had a good relationship with Insomniac if he didn't work there. Because I think this was from the era where a lot of developers also kind of did voice acting because of the budgets.
I could see that, yeah. Yeah, honestly though, I kind of miss those days. In a way.
Yeah, it is kind of fun to see how much stuff you can get out of that, like just out of a developer. Like, I know it's a completely different game, but I love the fact that the Claptrap voice actor was literally just a dev in Borderlands originally.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, that's cool. And Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Megan's like, yeah, I don't care about your video games, Matt. I'm gonna talk about video games
sorry,
I enjoy.
I just was reading chat. Like, this says that James Earl Taylor was also the VA for Titus in FF10.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, he does a lot, and he does a lot with his voice. Like, he does a lot of voices even just in Ratchet 3, for example.
Man, when we get around to Final Fantasy X, like, because I don't know if I'm gonna stream that or record that, to be honest. I'm kind of tempted either way, because I feel like I know that's a long game, but look, that game's my childhood, all right, to a degree, it's my childhood. But like, I remember back in the day, dude, so many people gave him such like a hard time.
They did. They still do.
But it's like Titus's voice isn't even bad.
No, they just don't like the laugh. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, and that's the point. You're not supposed to like the laugh.
I know, but people don't understand that.
I know,
it's
but like,
oh, bad acting.
yeah, like I know and I get that, but like I don't know, man. Some people just like they don't like they legit don't understand, and even now it like still bothers me a little bit at least. Because it's like, yeah, the laugh is cringy. Like, so when we get there, I'm sure most people know about the laugh already. But, you know, like, when we get there, eventually, you guys will know what I mean. But, like, it's meant to be cringy. It's meant to be bad. That's the whole point of the scene.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's so bad. It's so awful. Why'd they put it in the game? It's like, man, this voice acting is dog shit. No.
If it makes you feel better, James Earl Taylor takes it in great stride. Like, I'm sure I've shown this to you before, but he has a video on his YouTube channel where it's like a remix of the Titus laugh in the theme of the Final Fantasy X. And like, then he does like a little remix section at the end. And he's like, it's supposed to be that way, and it's funny.
You did show me that, yes.
Yeah. I enjoy watching that video every now and then. It's really good.
Well, yeah, see, it's not what I thought, like, he'd feel bad about it. I mean, he's, you know, a voice actor, right? You're gonna get shit on a little bit.
Yeah.
What bothered me more is just how, like, people are kind of dumb and they don't really, like, understand certain things, right? But yet they're willing to spout off how bad something is, but they don't get the point of a scene, right? There's so many times that happens. It's like when people don't get the point. Okay, I'll even throw this out there. It's like with certain other characters, like say the Joker, for example, right, from Batman. People think he's cool. And we've talked about this on stream as well, I'm pretty sure. Like, people think Joker's cool. People think Joker's cool, but the point is he's not, right? That's like literally the point of the character is that he's a psychopath that's not meant to be you know, idolized. It's like Joker's literally a monster, like, completely. He's an absolute monster. No one should ever want to be like him. But you get people want to be like him because they think he's cool. But that means they're missing the point of the Joker. You know, they're missing the whole point of his character and how terrible he actually is. I like the Joker. I think he's a cool villain. I would never want to be like the Joker because I think he's awful, right? You know?
No, honestly, it's even the same thing like when we were talking about a while ago after we watched Dexter. Like, people idolize Dexter, but if you really think about it and look at what he does, he's just a psychopath that kills people because he wants to kill people.
Yeah, like 100%. Like we're not gonna spoil Dexter, so anyone that, you know, is worried about that, don't worry about it. We're not gonna spoil it. But yeah, like that's you're exactly right. People idolize Dexter, and people think Dexter is like a good guy. He's not. He's a monster. He's actually really fucked up, and he does a lot of terrible things. You know, but like Megan said, people idolize him because he's played by a good actor, first off. And yeah, he's not like he has funny lines. Like, he's a good character. Oh God. But yeah, he's an absolute monster that shouldn't be idolized, like, at all.
Yeah. Spike says, damn, Dexter's lab got whack, I guess.
It's true, it did.
Yeah.
And there's so many other
love
examples.
Dexter,
yeah.
but he's really not a good person.
He isn't, and there's so many examples of like characters that people just don't understand. You know, where, you know, the point, like I'm trying to think of like other characters. What's another character I can think of, whether it be from like anime? I'm sure. So yeah, you know what? I haven't seen Death Note, but I'm pretty damn sure L falls under that too, just based on the little bit I've seen, right?
Yep. Yeah, 100% does.
Like, from what I understand, L isn't a good person, but you have people going like that, like, oh, he's really smart. He's a good character, man. I wish I could be like L. No, right? L is a monster for all intents and purposes. He's just intelligent, right? That's really about it, from what I understand. Once again, Megan can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the key with L is that he's a very intelligent character. And that makes people like him. That just makes him a good, like, villain protagonist, I guess. But yeah, like L himself is terrible, you know?
Yeah, no, he's definitely not a very good person. Like, he's a good character, and he serves his role in the story really well. But if you look at, like, what he does, I won't say anything in particular, that he is really not that good of a person. And honestly, that happens with almost every anti-hero. It happens in Breaking Bad. I'm not going to say much about that because I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Fair.
But
that's okay. I figured I was going to die there.
But there's actually quite a few characters in that show that are kind of like that.
See, interesting, right? Really, really interesting. I don't know. People are just like drawn to villains because villains are usually really well written, which is kind of the funny thing. They're always really well written, and therefore you're gonna like them. But they're usually not. Yeah, but usually they're people you're not gonna like want to like, you know. Let's see. Spike says, "Oh no, wait. Are you going for 100% in these games?" The answer is yes. Even on this one, where from what I understand, it's not a super big deal. I don't remember what Megan told me before, but we're gonna 100% all the games, yeah.
Oh, so he's going for all the gold weapons.
Oh, well, I'm not. Well, okay, so we decided against gold weapons. We decided against gold weapons, I think, right?
Yeah, like you can if you want, but it's just unfortunate because you don't get anything for actually getting them.
Yeah, like I think we decided all skill points and all golden bolts, but gold weapons weren't really. There wasn't a point.
Yeah.
Man, I hate these tanks, dude. These tanks suck ass.
And you gotta get the rhino.
Yes, we gotta get the rhino. So that's the general plan. So it's like 100% within reason, I guess.
Yeah, for the other games, just because you do get rewards like the Insomniac Museum, I think it makes more sense to go for actual 100%. But yeah, in this game in particular, it's just unfortunate they don't give you any kind of completion reward. It'd be cool if they did, like if they gave you a golden wrench or something.
Yeah.
I just remember the nanotech upgrade in the second game on Dobo with the glider. Fuck that thing so hard, causing mental anguish for hours. Dude, I hated that thing. It took me so long to get it. And like, I actually did it the hard way because I couldn't do it the way that I think they wanted you to do it. I'm not sure what their intention was, to be honest. But I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want Matt to know about it just yet.
Oh boy. I think the other thing we also decided on, right, was that when it came to skill points, we were gonna use a guide for that because I don't really think there's a need to try and do guesswork, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, what does this mean? You know?
Yeah, like if I remember correctly, I think the first game after you get to New Game Plus does give you like a little description where it will essentially tell you what you have to do, just kind of cryptically.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, there's not really much merit to try and figure it out on your own, and you know, there's no point in really wasting your time. Oh yeah, I forgot he was here. Go talk to him.
Okay, we'll talk to him.
Hey, I know you two.
Look, the plumber's back.
Very funny.
I get it.
Doing here, sir.
Maintenance. What else? I helped fix this planet's useless air defenses.
Well, I think you'd better hurry up.
The turret works fine, you little yahoo. It's the locals. They haven't got the skilled manpower to use it.
I'm a pretty good shot.
You? No, I could lose my job.
Oh, come on. What's the sense of keeping up a turret if nobody's gonna use it?
Good point.
Besides, the blog chased you off the last planet. Why don't we pay him back?
Well, all right, go on if you want. Just don't break anything.
I like how the plumber, you know, he fixes toilets, but he also fixes turrets.
I mean, hey, plumbers, man. Apparently they're pretty skilled in lots of things. Yeah, and adaptable.